In an earlier video, I said I'd look at Aatu Räty's 2021 Summer Showcase and compare it to other ones to show just how dominant it was. So here's that video. I went back over 5 years of tournaments to look and see how dominant Aatu Räty's tournament was and what we should take from it. Of course, hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. If you have, thank you very much. Head over to Twitter and follow @TLOMitch. That's me. Don't miss any breaking information about Islanders prospects I haven't yet covered here on the channel. Like I said in the introduction, I wanted to go back and look at Aatu Räty's 2021 Summer Showcase and compare it to other players over the last 5 years of the same tournament, just to see how dominant it actually was. So I went back all the way to 2015. And I know you're going to tell me 2015 wasn't 5 years ago, Mitch. That's not how math works. And you're right. The only thing here is that they didn't have a tournament in 2020, right? Because of COVID, that tournament, and again, tournament, was canceled. So 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, sank, 5. That's my math here. So it's sound. I made sure of it. So let's go back and look at every one of those years to see who are the top performers, again, in terms of production, and where were they drafted? Because that kind of matters in the whole story of Aatu Räty. So, 2015, your leading scorers, Matthew Tkachuk, Patrick Laine, Joel Eriksson Ek, with 5 points each, some with 3 games, some with 4 games. Now, the thing you're going to take away from here is they're all first-round talents. Each and every one of those players was drafted in the first round. At different places in the first round, but still, first-round talents. First-round talents putting up first-round performances here at this World Junior Summer Showcase. So far, so good. And you're going to see that theme continue throughout every year. When you go to 2016, the story stays the same. First-round talents putting up first-round performances. You've got Kiefer Bellows, Tage Thompson, and Eli Tolvanen putting up 6 points each, some across 2 games, that's Bellows and Thompson, and some across 5. But still, you're getting first-round performances out of these players who were all taken in the first round of their respective draft year. Now, of course, you're getting into the Raty territory here with Kiefer Bellows and Tage Thompson. And by that, I mean absolutely dominant, right? They put up 6 points each across 2 games. 3 points on average is insane. The only difference here, and credit to Raty, is that he did it over 6, right? He put up 14 points over 6 games. So not quite the 3 that these two guys got, but over 2, and over a larger sample size. These guys did it over 2 games. Great, incredible, but the sample size is much smaller. In 2017, you get a bit of variance here, whereas the top scorers for that tournament aren't all first-round picks. So the leaders were Adam Fox and Casey Mittelstadt, both with 9 points in 5 games. We're approaching Aatu Räty territory here, right? 9 points, just about 2 points per game in a larger sample size. So good job there. Adam Fox, 3rd round pick. Calgary really wishes they had him still, I bet. And Casey Mittelstadt, 1st round talent, top 10 1st round talent as well. So again, the narrative repeats itself. Maybe not necessarily with Adam Fox, but I think anyone going back on his draft year will look at it and say like, that was a wrong place to take him. He should have gone a lot earlier. In 2018, I'm going to sound like a broken record. The narrative repeats itself. Top tier talent, 1st round talent putting up 1st round performances. Joel Farabee, Quinn Hughes, Josh Norris are all 1st round talents. Grant Mismash is the only one who isn't, and he's a 2nd round pick. They're putting up 7 points in 7 games. We're getting towards the Aatu Räty level sample size, right? Like he played 6 games, close, but he doubled their production. Incredible. In 2019, again, we have a little bit of variance here with Honka, Antoni. I have a hard time pronouncing it because I know it's not Anthony. Either way, Antoni Honka putting up 7 points in 5 games and Nolan Foote putting 6 up in 3. So Foote is in that Aatu Räty territory, but again, 2 points. Foote is the only 1st round player of the 2. Honka was taken in the 3rd round in 2019. So maybe he should have gone a little bit earlier, but that still wasn't too long ago where we're sure of what he is as an NHL talent, if one at all. But Nolan Foote putting up 6 and 3, that's great. But again, that's much less than what Aatu Räty has done. To bring it all back to Raty, you really get the sense of what he did at the 2021 Summer Showcase was very, very impressive. And how he fell to 52 is quite, I don't know, mind-blowing. I get that he probably falls to the lower portion of the first round. That's fine. I'm not saying he should be a top 10 talent. I'm not saying that. The year that he had last year deserves him to fall some spots. Maybe even in the very early portion of the second round. But to fall all the way to 52? Oh my God. What is going on here? That doesn't really make a lot of sense. And that's not a new sentiment if you followed all of my videos. And I'm not the only one to notice. Even Corey Pronman in his report of the Summer Showcase says that NHL scouts were all abuzz about what Raty was doing. Because all of them are saying like, oh God, I guess we didn't do our due diligence on this kid because we clearly missed on something here. Now, I want everyone to take what he did with a grain of salt. Don't get me wrong. It was incredible. It was dynamic. It was dynamite. It was dominant. But like Pronman said in his report, and like I said before as well, he needs to reproduce not exactly what he did, but take that, bottle it, and use that when he's playing against men at the Liga level next year. Because that's where everyone's going to be watching to see. This Summer Showcase performance was great, but that's not going to change his trajectory necessarily. If he can do what he did at the Liga level against men, look out. Now everyone's going to be looking real dumb. They already look pretty stupid. There's a little pie on their face, but there's a full one coming if Aatu Räty does what he did here at the Liga level. And judging by how leaders of the tournament in terms of production go on to have generally pretty good NHL careers, at least early ones, there might be something there with what we've seen here so far at the Summer Showcase from Raty. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you have, thank you, thank you, thank you.